What it do, what it do. You know what to do. Like, subscribe, share, comment to my YouTube channel. Most definitely hit the bell icon that alert you all content that I drop that will hit your devices. Also hit the thumbs up, the AKA the like button. YouTube appreciate that. S.L.R Media TV will appreciate that. Also hit the subscribe button. Also, I need everybody to go check out my second YouTube channel, S.L.R Sports News TV. Great content over there. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment over there. Also, shout out to all my subscribers and future subscribers. Appreciate everybody that support the channel. Continue to support the channel. Continue to hit the cash. I appreciate everybody. The cash is painted at the bottom of the ticker. Continue to donate. Continue to push the channel forward. You see the title. You see the title. Cam Ward. All of a sudden now is the Carolina Panthers' favorite quarterback now. The quintessential #1 quarterback. But it's Shedeur Sanders. And we're going to get into it. We're going to break this shit down. Because one way or another, it's going to be one at the mantle, one at the top. Who is it going to be? Is it going to be Shedeur, or is it going to be Cam Ward? As I say, Carolina Panthers can't go wrong with either one of them. But Shedeur Sanders is the most pro-ready quarterback right now. He's more accurate. And he's willing to stand in the pocket and stand down the gun barrel and make the throws. And on top of that, he can make the key intermediate throws, things that Cam Ward can't do yet. But we're going to get into, we're going to break it down because I don't see how all of a sudden now, every mock draft that the Carolina Panthers content creators do, y'all continue to disrespect Shedeur. You got Cam. Why? Oh, Cam's big. He got a big arm. Oh, he runs around. He extends plays. Shedeur does the same thing too. Oh, just because Cam just does a little better than Shedeur, that puts him over. Come on. Stop with the bullshit. NFL pundits got Shedeur Sanders penciled in as the #1 quarterback. Not Cam Ward. Not Cam Ward. No. See, you see, you got the Carolina Petty content creators out here doing. I told y'all, when y'all gonna get S.L.R his flowers? Give me my flowers. I told y'all was gonna start that motherfucking mock draft shit. Y'all already done started. Shame on y'all. Shame on y'all. You ain't got no faith in your team. You ain't got no faith in your team, but it's okay though. It's okay. I'm gonna stall faith in your team. I'm gonna stall faith in them because you know why? We're gonna break down who is the fucking better quarterback. Who is the better quarterback? Is it Shedeur or is it Cam Ward? Let's get into the content. Let's break this down. I'm tired of all the chatter. I don't like the fact that all of a sudden now the Carolina Panther fans are wanna just hashtag #1. You want to hashtag #1. So Cam Ward is #1. There's no hashtag #2s. There's no fucking hashtags #2s. Side, trust the process. It's coming. It's coming. All the Shedeur fans, tap into the channel. Colorado fans, tap into the channel. Miami Hurricane fans, tap into the channel. Cam Ward fans, tap into the channel. We here all season. We gonna get to the bottom of this shit of who is the one. Who will the Carolina Panthers take as the #1 quarterback in the draft? Will it be Shedeur or will it be Cam Ward? We got to get to the bottom of this shit. We got to get to the bottom of this.
Interesting quote from Todd McShay, followed up by an interesting tweet from Matt Leinart. Todd McShay, here's what he said. Just finished all 94 plays of Colorado's offense versus Baylor. Even excluding the Hail Mary, Shedeur was sensational. His receivers just don't have to work for the ball the way a lot of other prospects make their guys work. Best pure passer in terms of anticipation, placement, throwing guys open, etc. in the 2025 class. Now, you might just say, okay, that's just a draft analyst, whatever. Then Matt Leinart jumps on it. Heisman Trophy winner, former NFL quarterback. He's played the position. He knows what it looks like. Here's what Matt Leinart tweeted. His pocket presence movement is second to none. Really remarkable how good he is under duress. Here's a pretty notable draft analyst and a former NFL quarterback who is now a television analyst, and they're both just watching the film. They're blocking out all the everything else that comes with Shedeur Sanders.
Yep.
And they're saying, this guy's unbelievable.
You made an interesting statement in pre-show discussions. You claim there is a distinct separation amongst the top 5 quarterbacks on your board from Mel's big board.
It feels like Shedeur Sanders and Cam Ward are our 2 biggest beacons of hope, Mel, but I'm not totally certain that either of those guys is viewed as anywhere close to where we had with 3 at minimum quarterbacks last year and maybe 4.
Somebody, guys, is going to talk themselves into taking a quarterback high. So Carolina, Tennessee, the Jets, let's see what New Orleans does at 6. Certainly the Vegas Raiders at 7 will go quarterback. You get down to the Giants at 9. So these teams are going to be in a position by late April to talk themselves into 1 or 2 of these quarterbacks. Jalen Milroe, Alabama, needs to go back. Garrett Nussmeier, LSU, 1-year starter, needs to go back. So some of these guys go back, get as much collegiate experience as you can. But I think Shedeur and Cam Ward will get forced up into that top 5.
Listen, if you know the NFL draft, we know it's going to be Shedeur and Cam Ward, probably going 1-2. But I believe it's going to be at least it's going to be 4 quarterbacks that's going to go in the first round. 2 going to go in the top 10. And that's going to be Shedeur and Cam. Now you got the other 2 that's probably going to be in the top 10, probably like Carson Beck. Somebody's going to take a chance on Carson Beck. Who can be the 4th guy? It won't be Drew Adler. I believe that Drew Adler is probably a 3rd or 4th round pick. He should come back. If he comes back to Penn State for another year, that should put him in the first round. But Quinn Ewers would probably be maybe like the 4th guy. Somebody's going to take a chance on Quinn Ewers because he fits a certain type of system, what certain type of head coaches, and they like him, So, but Quinn Ewers will probably be like a late first round pick, but we always know we're going to have at least 4 quarterbacks that are going to go in the first round. So don't believe what the analysts be saying that it is a weak quarterback draft, but you're going to get 4 quarterbacks that's going to go in the first round for sure. Most definitely going to get 4.
Shedeur Sanders is a potential number 1 pick in the entire draft. He's awesome. That good. Yeah. And it's not that all right, Jordan Travis, awesome, unbelievable. The way Sanders plays quarterback is like textbook NFL.
Do you know what it is? It's the calmness. He's just standing there calm, like every throw,
subtly moving around in the pocket.
Yep. Every throw, he doesn't get it. Doesn't feel like his mind. It feels like it's going at a perfect pace where he's seeing everything.
100%.
I'm not saying. There's a lot of other people that's pushing the Shedeur narrative. They hear me. They know he's number 1. It's got to be real with it. Listen, don't fall into the facts of what you're hearing about Deion Sanders pulling the arch. It's not happening. Roger Goodell is not going to. No, he's not Paul Tagliabue. It's 2 different commissioners. Eli did not come under Roger Goodell. So what the fuck makes y'all think that Deion Sanders can do something? See, This is the reason why Roger Goodell cannot let Deion Sanders interfere with any team that has the number one pick. I don't give a damn. It's the Cleveland Browns, Tennessee Titans, Carolina Panthers. I don't care. Deion Sanders has no right. Once your son gets to the NFL, he's a grown man. Release his hand and let him fucking walk. Let him go through the swamps. Let him get through the crocodiles and the gators to get to the other side. You got to let him go and be a man. Because what you do, Deion, not only you disrespecting Shedeur, but Shedeur's not going to get the respect that he going to deserve, that he going to work 5 times harder for, because his daddy, Deion, said, no, you can't go here. You got to go to the Las Vegas Raiders or some shit. Now that's not happening, because once Roger Goodell let Deion do some shit like that, Deion's not better than any other father. That son that goes and be the number one pick in the draft. Any other father, if my son goes number one in the draft, that means I have the right to go tell the NFL commissioner, I don't want my son to play here. I don't want my son to be the number one pick. If the Carolina Panthers got the number one pick, I don't want my son to be the number one pick here. Get the fuck out of here. It's not happening. Roger Goodell is not going to let that happen. So let media, which is free media, not paid under Roger Goodell or the NFL, let them continue to fill your heads up with lies and deceit, and to make you think that Deion Sanders got this much power. I'm telling you, that, listen, don't you think it'd have been fathers and mothers would have been done came to Roger Goodell and said, no, I don't want my son to play here? Don't you think Bryce Young parents would have went to Roger Goodell and said, no, I don't want my son to play here. I want my son to play for the Tennessee Titans? No. So what the fuck makes y'all think that Deion can do? Deion can go to the media and manipulate the media all he wants. You're not going to scare no team for picking Shedeur. The fuck?
I'll say it's a mixture, because I'm able to stay in the pocket and want to deliver the ball each and every play like Brady, but able to extend plays, and, if it's not there, take it like Vic. Situations in the game occur, they like, hey, you got to be Vic tonight. You got to be Mike Vic tonight. It's a mixture of a lot of great quarterbacks that all just have a different skill set. So that's why I feel like I'm special in what I bring to the table. I want to stay in the pocket. I want to throw it like Tom, but sometimes those opportunities ain't there, maybe covered downfield, and you got to be able to make plays.
Perfect timing. Not playing. You got the it factor. You got the it factor. Listen, don't get me wrong. Cam Ward got the it factor too. But see, the difference between Shedeur and Cam Ward is Shedeur had to play with subpar talent. Cam Ward came to Miami and had talent. They just didn't have the quarterback to get him to the next level. See, Shedeur got to elevate the whole team. What Cam Ward doesn't. He just has to run the team. See, Shedeur has to be great every Saturday. He has to be good every Saturday for Colorado to win. You see Cam Ward stats. He doesn't have to be good on Saturdays to win. He just has to make the plays. And he does that. But quarterbacking 3 levels Shedeur Sanders is the one. And when we get in the off season of college football, and it's time for Shedeur and Cam Ward to get ready and get prepared for the draft, Shedeur will separate himself from Cam Ward. And he, no doubtly, unanimously, Shedeur will be the number one pick in the draft. See, Cam Ward, he got to go to the combine. You understand what I'm saying? Cam Ward has to go to the combine. He can't skip the combine. Shedeur can. The only caveat that can hold the Carolina Panthers back and can't get Shedeur is Shedeur does not go to the scouting combine. And then he frees the Carolina Panthers out in private workouts. Now, that will be a problem. Now, if you want to say Deion can have some type of imprint, some type of impact, and Shedeur not going to Carolina, it's having Shedeur not to perform at the combine and only perform on private workouts and freeze the Carolina Panthers out. Or had the pro day and that's the only chance the Carolina Panthers have is when he held his pro day. So now the Carolina Panthers had to put on a full court press to get Shedeur, and that might not happen. Because you got to fight for other teams' attention. And I'm pretty sure Deion's going to have his well-detailed planned out where the Carolina Panthers will not be able to get too much access to Shedeur Sanders. I believe that. That's the only way. He can't go to Roger Goodell and tell Roger Goodell that he can hint Gibbs, but he can't. But he can control Shedeur pro days. He can tell Shedeur not to go to the scouting combine. Make everybody come to Colorado's pro day, which I'm thinking is going to happen. That Shedeur will not perform at the scouting combine. He will perform at pro day because he got all his wide receivers there to make it hard on other teams to get access because there's going to be so many people there, so many teams there, and everybody's not going to be able to get a chance to get to Shedeur or his agent. So then it comes to the private workouts. When he does the private workouts, he's not going to do it for everybody. It will be selective teams that where he thinks he's going to get drafted, who's going to draft him. And the Carolina Panthers will not get an invite to the private workouts. So I don't know how this is going to swing, persuasion, whatever, unless the Carolina Panthers see how the Carolina Panthers can trump and get this, how they can do this, no matter what Deion say, Deion can freeze the Carolina Panthers out of pro days, the private workouts. If the Carolina Panthers have the number one pick, they can still pick Shedeur, regardless. And it's not been done before, regardless. Carolina Panthers don't have to show up. They got film. They've seen enough. They don't have to come to the pro days. If you don't show to the scout, so what? You're not gonna stop us. Same way, if the Cleveland Browns had the number one pick, they would do the same thing. Anybody would do it. So, like, come on. You can't freeze an NFL team out for picking Shedeur Sanders. It ain't happening. But I can tell you this though, I'm gonna be straight up. Yeah, I'm gonna be straight up. Because I feel like I like to stay ahead of the curve. Let me drop some gems. Yeah. Because it's going to be out here. It's going to be out there. It's going to be a great talking topic. So let me go ahead and give it to you. New York Giants. Yeah. Y'all know y'all won't have the number 1 pick. Y'all know that. But you will try to figure out some way to try to get the number 1 pick. And if we don't have the number 1 pick, maybe we had the number 2 pick. We're gonna have the number 1 or number 2 pick. So say for instance, we had the number 2 pick, because we're not gonna trade the number 1 pick. You're gonna have to give us next 2 years of your draftees, and we're gonna want a couple of your players. So we gonna drain you for the next 2 years if you want this number 1 pick. If you thought the Chicago Bears fleeced the Carolina Panthers, man, we're gonna make the Chicago Bears fleece look like it was nothing. We're gonna come with the ultimate fleece. But if we get the number 2 pick, the New York Giants don't come to us with Daniel Jones and y'all draft pick. We don't want either one. We don't want Daniel Jones or your draft pick. Take that shit somewhere else. We know y'all like Cam Ward. We know. And we also know that you'll take Shedeur Sanders too. But we don't want Daniel Jones. And we don't want to do no business with you. You understand? No. New York Giants, we're not doing no negotiation, no business with you.
I'm sure some people out there, some scouts maybe, don't love Shedeur Sanders because he's a little too flashy, a little too rich for a college kid. Hey, all I know is I'd take him first overall in the draft if I didn't take his teammate Travis Hunter, who just saved the game with a dislodging tackle at the 1-yard line after Shedeur came up with 2 late clutch touchdown passes. The first one dropped, the second one caught, because this kid, Shedeur Sanders, is as mentally and physically clutch tough as you will find. He can move, maybe not like his daddy, but he can move. He can escape. He's still under pressure way too much, and he has a live, accurate rocket arm. I'm talking first overall pick, NFL. Are you watching this kid?
I mean, you heard it. You heard it. You heard that shit from Skip Bayless. Skip to my Luke Bayless. You heard it. Skip Bayless said Shedeur Sanders, number 1. But he always said that. He said that last season. Even when Caleb Williams came out, he said that last season. That Shedeur should have been number 1. So, hey, we know we're not worried about the Dallas Cowboys. I tell you, and listen. Dallas Cowboys. We don't want Dak Prescott. We don't want, listen. The only way we'll take Dak Prescott if y'all pay for 90% of his contract. Yeah. Yeah. That's the only way. Only way. It's the only way. And we still probably ain't gonna do it because we want Shedeur. Dallas Cowboys, you really think that we just gonna give y'all Shedeur for Dak Prescott? Get the fuck. But listen, I'm not gonna cap. It will be a win for the Carolina Panthers for maybe one year, because the excitement of the Carolina Panthers now having a quarterback, and this Dak Prescott came from the Dallas Cowboys. So a lot of that fan base, a lot of the Dak Prescott fans are going to trickle to the Carolina Panthers. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? The nostalgia of what had the fan base up for a little bit, had the Carolina Panthers thinking they can finally now break through and get to the play. Maybe. But we also know Dak Prescott. We know he stat packs. A lot of his stats come when they losing late behind on games. Decent regular season quarterback, but not a great playoff quarterback. So that would be kind of still a dumb move for the Carolina Panthers. A lot of people, GMs, will be shaking their head like, man, Carolina Panthers, they just dumb. They just take any goddamn thing. You're gonna take a Dak Prescott for what, 1 or 2 years, but then y'all have nothing beyond that. After that, and he's not a winner in the playoffs. Come on. Nah. In Shedeur Sanders, we trust.
Ain't none of y'all received stuff on mine. Oh, God, you lying. Who? You know
Come
who
on
I
now.
am. You know who I am.
Who's that do they roll?
I do too. And they running wide open.
Y'all ain't pitching catch over here.
On God, y'all lying. My boys don't lose versus man. One thing about us, we ain't losing versus man. That's good. We want man.
Yeah, but you better run some man beaters.
We gonna run. Oh, one thing about me, you know I'm gonna run that
okay
man
then.
beater.
Okay then.
I bet I complete more goal balls than you. Give me the ball.
You say you complete more go balls than me?
I said I will.
We going.
And I did last year too.
Hey, we going.
Y'all bullshit.
I can't stay hydrated, man.
Y'all bullshit. Well, you know we don't get water. Bullshit, y'all can't handle that heat. That's what it is. It's cool though.
Bro,
that's your team.
Here, bro.
Huh?
What? You live out here.
I don't mean that. I don't think y'all got better today. I don't think you got better today. I just flipped the wrist. It happens.
Who didn't tell you?
I ain't say all that.
Nah, okay then. I got a little pat Mahomes in me, man.
You get.
Ken Ward said, I just flick the wrist. It just happens. Yeah. Yeah, well, I love this great conversation. I love the build up. Who's gonna be the number one pick coming out? Will it be Shedeur Sanders or Ken Ward? Carolina Panthers got some very tough decisions.
You got to prepare for that for Shedeur Sanders, but I think he's my number one quarterback, and I don't even think it's close right now. And I'm not just saying that as a biased Colorado fan. I think the only reason he's not by these NFL draft pundits, the actual analysts, is because they're overshadowed by the whole CU sucks thing going on. I really do think that's a huge part of it. Shedeur is really, really good at a lot of things. Like his ability to stand tall in the pocket and throw with pressure coming in his face, that's unreal. He's super accurate with the ball. If he continues to play like he did against CSU, this guy can do quick game as well. Like this is the type of stuff that teams are going to be really wanting. Just the skill set is really good. He's a pocket quarterback. He doesn't play without himself. He has plenty of arm strength. That's a knock I've seen against him. I don't understand it at all. He can throw anywhere on the field. I've seen him throw far hash outs a million times now, and it has been no issues, except the Nebraska game when he double pumped, but it wasn't an arm strength issue. No. Like I think he is the best quarterback in this draft. I think he ends up being a top 10 pick, if I'm being honest with you.
I love it. Let's just hope, man. People are going to blow this out of proportion, but I can already see it now, man, especially with how, dude, I think this Tepper guy, this owner out in Carolina, he might be even worse than Dan Snyder, man. So I'm definitely pulling an Eli Manning when it comes to this sort of situation. Like, I think Carolina would be a terrible organization for him to go to. At least the Giants have gotten it right in the past, but I'd hate to see him in New York. Vegas, I think, would be a lot of fun, but that would be hurtful as a Broncos fan. Do you got just any general thoughts on some of the teams out there that you could see him end up with?
I low-key hope he falls, because could you imagine him in Miami? Can we just throw that dream out there with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle and everything like that? That would be
perfect
ridiculous.
In Miami.
That's my dream pick for Shedeur. If I'm looking for Shedeur's best success and stuff like that, if Dion really is going to be like, we might do a Eli Manning, get him in Miami. That's the place to be, man. That I think.
See, that's what y'all want him to do. Y'all want him to do that, then pull a Eli Manning. That's crazy.
Man, Shedeur Sanders is the real deal. And I say that because there are some things that you cannot teach. And one is mental toughness and physical toughness. That young man stood in there. I watched him get smoked. They brought more than they could block. And you know, like I know, sometimes it's on the quarterback to get the ball out, receiver, get your eyes around. That young man stood in there, took the shot, got smoked, got up, complete pass, let's go. There is a level, there is something about in this game where it's nobody to help you. It's you against you. It's you against the man that you playing against. And sometimes you're going to beat a bear, and sometimes the bear going to get you. And you get smoked, and you got to get up and go do that again. That's something that is not able to be taught. You either have that innately in you or you don't. And as a football player, when I see a young man get hit and don't blink, don't budge, get up and get ready for the next play, that man can play with me. We can be on the same team any day of the week. I would coach him. I would work with him. I would play for him, play next to him. Like that's a person that you want on your roster. And when I saw that, I know, yeah, that's a young man that's going to have a long career in the NFL because he doesn't have any fear or any doubt in him, and he's going to make a play regardless of what he's facing.
Reed, my takeaway from the game is Shedeur Sanders is the best quarterback. If the draft was today and I'm a GM and this is all that they have right now, their resume, I'm taking Shedeur Sanders as the number one quarterback right now in the draft. And you know me, I didn't feel this way about him even up to last week. But when I saw and what he did in this game of throwing with anticipation, making those middle of the field reads in terms of understanding that I am going to get my face rocked off. And I always say, if I can see a quarterback take a cinder block coming at their face and only about an inch away, then move to throw it, you have pocket toughness and pocket awareness. And his ability to hitch in the pocket, get small, come out big, find target, and throw on time, hit you in that hairline for you have the ability to run. I haven't seen a quarterback this year do that consistently in the pocket. I've seen Cam Ward run around and extend plays and do it like that. But in terms of playing from the pocket, last week was the best game I've seen Shedeur Sanders play. And if that's his last game in college, listen, whoever's taking that first quarterback need to have him in consideration.
You heard it. You heard it. You heard it. Shedeur Sanders, number one pick in the 2005 NFL draft.
Let's hypothetically say that Shedeur Sanders is mentioned to Carolina and Deion steps in and says no. I don't blame him. Right?
No,
this is one of those instances where I don't blame him.
Well, both sides, they don't need each other.
Well,
I don't blame Deion one bit, but goodness gracious,
I'm just saying,
I could.
I don't think it happens.
I would predict absolute more disaster if Shedeur Sanders was handed the keys to the franchise in Carolina as the number one pick. That's probably one where you shake hands and sprint in opposite directions. Don't walk out the door. Sprint in opposite directions. If you're Shedeur Sanders in Carolina, Shedeur Sanders needs structure. He needs good ownership. He needs to go to a good team. I don't see him right now as a top 5 pick.
Again,
that's not
it's
the
a
right
random
situation
thought.
for him.
But see, any quarterback right now. Last year, the debate was whether or not Caleb Williams was inferring he did not want to play for the Arizona Cardinals.
Right.
In this case, none of those guys want to play for the Carolina Panthers. And it's a down quarterback year anyway for next year's draft. They're already telling us they're going to draft one. I don't want to be Carson Beck. I don't want to be Quinn Ewers. I don't want to be Shedeur Sanders. With the any thought that Carolina would be selecting me to go play for that organization currently.
Cameron Ward, he's an elite level passer, one of the best in college football.
Cam Ward's feeling really good.
This is really big news for Miami and the ACC.
If I was to go back, do this whole journey over again, I would. It's been difficult, but it's also been good.
Cam Ward was not supposed to be here, leading an undefeated Power 4 team with national championship aspirations. At least that's what he was told out of high school in Texas, where he received one scholarship offer to FCS Incarnate Word.
I knew as soon as I get on the field, I can let the play do the talking. One offer can change your life. It changed mine.
Ward put up monster numbers at Incarnate Word in 2 years, throwing for 6,908 yards, while leading the school to a conference title in 2021. Deciding it was time to play on the FBS level, he transferred to Washington State in 2022.
Ward lets it rip. Touchdown! Just like that!
I think I proved that I could play at the Power 5 level. I didn't prove, at least to myself, what I really wanted to do, and that was being, a winning quarterback.
At Wazoo, Ward threw for nearly 7,000 yards, but went just 12-13 in 2 seasons. He initially went into the transfer portal, but then opted to enter the 2024 NFL Draft, where he says he received a draft grade that would land him on day 2 or 3.
I took it personal. I tell myself every day that I'm the so I wake up and I tell myself I'm the best player in the country every day, and I really stand by that. I would say physically, I was ready for that next step to make it to the NFL, but at the end of the day, I truly did want to come back to play college football just because I haven't won.
Ward had visited Miami when he was weighing whether to transfer or go to the NFL.
We just made the decision that, well, it's really not over until he's got an NFL logo on and in a camp and doing something with an NFL team, so we just turned it up more. And then one afternoon, as we're getting close to reporting for school, there comes that FaceTime. Cam Ward, he says, I want to be a Miami Hurricane. He just elevated the confidence, the faith of the rest of those guys in that locker room.
Very vocal from day one. Cam came in here demanding stuff, and we kind of just went with him.
Ward has made what should have been routine plays look extraordinary, wowing not only fans across the country, but his own coaches and teammates.
The stuff that you do, I don't believe it. I'd be like, well, he just really did that. And I'd be on the field, I'd be blocking my man, and he's still running around the backfield, so I just stopped and I just be looking at him.
That was an unbelievable play by Cam Ward.
USF game, he flipped it back. That was ridiculous.
Escaping his Ward, somehow shovels it off. Wow.
He plays with what he calls a controlled aggression, never forgetting how far he's come to get to this moment.
I do play with a lot of hate in my heart just because of what I had to go through since high school, recruiting-wise, knowing I was better than a lot of other quarterbacks out here.
Ward drifting back, floats it complete and into the end zone.
Why are you not afraid to say out loud, I'm the best player in the country?
I'm just a big person on speaking into existence. And it's just also, how I was raised to be confident in yourself. If you don't have confidence in yourself, nobody's going to be confident in you. I'm the quarterback at the University of Miami, one of the best football teams in the country right now. I wouldn't trade this position for nothing.
Yeah, I like that, don't you? Yeah. I guess that right there, that look like a number 1 pick right there, don't it? Don't it? Oh, Cam Ward. Hey, I said it, man. I said this last season. I knew Cam Ward was gonna be at least going in the top 10, at least, because of the talent is there. Now, as I say again, so it's going to be all about playbook. Can he handle the NFL playbook? I believe Shedeur can. To be determined with Cam Ward.
How did this guy go from being a 0-star high school football recruit to now becoming the best college quarterback in the country? See, back in 2020, Cam Ward had a huge problem. Cam was from West Columbia, a small town in Texas with a population of just 3,700 people. And although he was an elite multi-sport athlete, winning championships on the football field and also scoring 2,000 points on the basketball court, he really struggled getting noticed by college coaches. Now, as his high school starting quarterback as a junior, he only had 1,000 yards and 7 touchdowns. And as a senior, he only had 12 pass attempts a game because his team only ran the ball. This led to him being unranked. And not only did it seem impossible that Cam Ward would ever make the NFL, there was a real possibility that he'd never even make a D1 football team. Now, Cam's only Division I offer came from the University of the Incarnate Word in San Antonio. And their head coach, Eric Morris, who previously coached at Texas Tech with Cliff Kingsbury and Pat Mahomes, saw potential in Cam Ward that nobody else noticed. He won the starting quarterback job as a true freshman. And in a shortened 6-game season that year, he had over 2,200 yards and 24 touchdowns. And then when he returned as a sophomore, Cam had more than 4,600 yards and 47 touchdowns. Cam was unstoppable against smaller Division I teams, so he knew for his junior year he needed a new challenge. In 2022, Cam transferred to Washington State with Coach Morris now being the offensive coordinator there, and that season in the Pac-12, he had 3,200 yards and 23 touchdowns. Coach Morris then left before Cam's senior year, taking the head coaching job at North Texas, but Cam stayed for his final year, and he finished that season with over 3,700 yards and 25 touchdowns. Now, this past spring, Cam could have went to the NFL. He probably would have been a 3rd to 5th round draft pick, but he chose to stay in school another year, playing at the University of Miami, where he could make $1 million, and it gave Cam an opportunity to improve his spot in the draft. Now, many people thought Cam and Miami weren't going to be successful this year, but they were incredibly wrong. Miami is undefeated, 5-0. They're ranked number 8 in the country, and Cam may be a top 10 pick in next year's draft. In only 5 games, Miami has already scored 247 points, and Cam Ward is building a really good resume for the Heisman. This is my favorite story in college football of this year, and if you want to stay updated on Cam's journey, just drop me a follow.
It's going to be a close one. It's going to be a close one. As I say again, if Cam Ward wins the Heisman, it's only going to elevate his draft status to really challenge Shedeur Sanders for the number 1 pick. But I still think at the end of the day, Shedeur Sanders is the more better quarterback. And once they get into the offseason, a lot of NFL teams will be able to see that.
Why should some of the best players in the portal come to Colorado, and what are they going to experience when they get here?
It's about let's just go on positions. If you're an O-lineman, you know that all attention is going to be on you. That's first and foremost. The attention is going to be on you, regardless.
The stage,
the stage,
the coaches,
receivers.
This is like a pro organization. All our coaches are pros, Hall of Famers with experience.
And the receivers, we're throwing the ball, so it's no doubt that you're gonna catch a lot of footballs here.
And the number one thing is if you good, you're gonna play. You'll have more of an opportunity here to legit actually display your skills, especially
if you're not playing here, that just means you're doing something.
Yeah, so
that's it. If you're not playing here, that means you showing out, you doing something. You ain't listening to coaches or something.
Because not everybody see like behind the scenes in practice, because we know these guys like who they really are. You know what I'm saying? So you might get on Instagram, Twitter, and say one thing, but it's like, bro, you
don't even know.
You're not even doing nothing, bro. So y'all don't know what's really going on in practice every day, because y'all just see highlight plays here and there, but we practice every day almost. So we know who's who. And if someone was getting done wrong, we would know that.
Well, Shiloh, keep practicing. You got to get better. But if we got to take you to get Shedeur, to make Shedeur happy, we will. Yeah.
Cam Ward got to be at the top of everybody's Heisman list. Hey, he done put the U back where they need to be. Looking like the best quarterback in college football. Fastball across the middle to Sam Brown Jr. Hey, Cam can really make every single throw. They bring 3, drop 8 in coverage. That boy Cam chilling in the pocket. Got nothing but time. Scrambles to the left and throws an absolute zinger to the back corner of the end zone. Touchdown Jacoby George. Cam Ward ain't got to worry about nothing throwing across the middle. That fastball getting there every time. I'm telling you, Restrepo always fucking open. Y'all seen the fastball, but look at the touch he puts on this pass. Drops it right in the bucket to Sam Brown Jr. and nobody's gonna catch that man. We're all running for no fucking reason. That boy strolling to the house for 6. Third down, don't worry about nothing, and Cam we trust. Defender draped all on the receiver, don't matter. Fastball right to his chest, first down. Fact, this man can throw fastballs like that, but then had a pinpoint accuracy to make throws like this. Restrepo a fucking animal. You want to talk about Heisman plays? This man just out there having fun with this shit. Roll out to the left, sees the pass rusher in his face, steps up, gets hit, and still drops a fucking dime right over the defender, and now Restrepo's off to the races. Hills, dude, get the fuck off me. Spinning and damn near gets to the house. No, you thinking they gonna run it? Fuck no. Let Cam finish what he started. Slant ball touchdown. Nothing you can do to stop it. I'm telling you, when you got a quarterback out there delivering dots like this, you gotta go out there and make plays for that man. Sam Brown fighting through about 4 motherfuckers. Hey, I'm trying to tell y'all, the U is back, baby. Miami wins 52-45.
Okay. Is it? Is it in Cam we trust? Let me find out. Is it in Cam Ward we trust? Let's find out. Is it in Shedeur Sanders we trust? Or is it in Cam Ward we trust? We're going to have to know. I need to see about this. We're going to see. I'm very confident Carolina Panthers are going to get Shedeur Sanders. I'm not worried about none of what the pundits say. Nah. We good over here. Yeah, but you know, shout out to Cam Ward. Shout out to Shedeur Sanders. But yeah, I just want to break it down to y'all who y'all think who should be the Carolina Panthers #1 pick in the draft. Told y'all it's gonna be Shedeur Sanders, but who knows? Still got a long way to go, long season to go. Make sure y'all tap into all the Shedeur versus Cam Ward. This is the channel. Tap into it. Get it right. We're gonna be here for the rest of the season. We're gonna figure this shit out. We're gonna break it down. By the end of the season, we gonna know who is the best quarterback and who is the perfect fit for the Carolina Panthers. Make sure y'all tap in. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share, comment to my YouTube channel. Make sure you hit the cash out. Make sure y'all go like, subscribe, share, comment to my second YouTube channel, S.L.R. Sports News TV. Who is it going to be? Shedeur Sanders or Cam Ward? Let me know. Like, subscribe, share, comment to my YouTube channel. You know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. Oh, yeah. Carolina Panthers versus the New Orleans Saints. Picks and predictions will be coming this week. Well, I'll probably do a Saturday or Sunday, either one. But it will be happening. I might do it later on today. But the video will be dropping and we'll be going live with it. Carolina Panthers picking predictions. Carolina Panthers versus New Orleans Saints. Make sure y'all tap in.